I like that. There we go. Perfect.
I've brought tools to record the sights and sounds of this season. I'll start by recording the only place I've ever known.
How do I do that? Do we want to take a picture of home? Crouch. Hello? Hello?
Public sleep music is a tradition of ours here. When the music ends, the village will begin to wake up. Last night there was a goodbye party here in the plaza. Everyone was so afraid for me. To understand that fear, to understand where I grew up, you have to know the man standing watch over the plaza, Dr. Fumio.
Who's watching over the plaza? I want to go this way then. No, wait. I want you to point up.
This is Dr. Fumio and his son. The statue isn't as old as it looks. The artist wore it down to give it a feeling of ancientness and the authority that comes with it. Dr. Fumio and his son founded Cairo back in 776. They live on through our traditions. There are 3 murals celebrating Dr. Fumio's work. A wish fell off the tree. I'm not supposed to read them, but it might be good for you to have an example of one. I can go against tradition a little for posterity.
Where is... There it is.
This is a healing instrument created by Dr. Fumio. It draws on the pure mountain air. There's something eerie about an instrument that plays itself. But wind chimes aren't eerie. I think the self-playing instrument needs to imply the presence of a person who isn't there, like this one does, to be properly eerie.
No, oh, so now I can move it.
Dr. Fumio said the dream sickness was caused by something very powerful. He wasn't able to cure it.
Yeah, let's read this one. Alright, 2 more murals to find. Fish in the sky.
Pate's little daydream of leaving this place, of seeing something weird. Smells like an old man's toes dipped in cinnamon. I had to drink this gross potion last night. Like my pendant, it's supposed to protect my brain.
I think I want to take one more picture. Yeah, here's one.
The elder sought out Dr. Fumio to cure her mother, who was suffering from time misperception.
No, not here? Oh, right there. Alright, now look for 2 in the windows. Some sort of windows. Ah, found them.
Remembering everything must be painful. Dr. Fumio brought peace to so many people here.
So many things and I haven't even left yet.
Dr. Fumio was an important person, but we also just have a need to put a human face on events that are beyond our control. He may have felt just as scared and helpless as everyone else.
Perfect. Now, one more thing.
This is the cafe where my dad used to read his poems. He wrote one for me. Maybe he wrote it for you too. A village that was created as a place to heal. Is that where my instinct to try to help comes from?
I
It's
back.
so
Welcome
strange
back.
to imagine I'll be shaped by places and people I haven't met yet. So strange to imagine that I might feel at home somewhere else.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's bigger than what I wanted. Huh? Mayo and French toast? Huh? That is one of the strangest things I've ever heard. Mayo and French toast. I don't know how the two go together.
I go fishing here with my best friend Pate, even though there's nothing to catch. We both appreciate the silence.
Ooh.
Caro Village was founded during the modernity.
Modernity.
Much later, Dr. Fumio arrived and remade it in his image.
I might get rid of the old people one.
This flower means you're in my thoughts. The morning after the search was called off for Dad, our doorstep was covered in them.
I wish I could, like, rotate them. Wait. I can, and I can make them smaller. Ooh. I'm loving this so much. What am I hearing? I'm hearing something. I love that. Here I am. To the outside world I go.
Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay. How to leave home for my daughter. Find a sacred square of earth. Lay down so you have the dirt at your back. Close your eyes. Close everything.
Oh my gosh.
Do you see for yourself? You see for the dead, for the unborn. Do you listen for yourself? You listen for the dead, for the unborn. Your ancestors are in that dirt. All the living and all the dead are holding you up. Now, stand. They're still there, aren't they? It's time to move, to entangle yourself everywhere with everyone. So the next time you lay down in the dirt, you will have so much more to tell them.
Surprisingly, this is just the beginning.
I've always wondered what's on the other side of this gate. Today, I'll find out.
Little bro trying to be... That's her dad who is gone. Bro was being deep. Which is kind of weird that he's talked about dirt. Dirt and ancestors. It's cool in its own way. Alright, check out the bike. 6 feet deep. Lamau. Oh, he was talking about that. This is true. Anything for me in here? No? Then, let's go to the bikes. I want the blue one. Maybe yellow would suit her better. She's already so blue. But she has like a bit of pink to her. I think I'll go with the blue one.
Pate fixed up 3 bikes instead of 1. I hold a photograph of everyone I've ever known. I hold it tight.
I'm definitely gonna put that one in there. Oh, it sucks that I can only do 1 page. That suits it though, right there. They're both about Caro. Let's go with the blue one. Keep that little splash of pink. See the outside world before it's gone. Whoa! Oh, I saw inside the earth for a bit. That's so pretty. Can I crash? Yes, I most definitely can. letter to the future. Wee. What's here?
From the village, these cranes look like little creatures, grazing. I had no idea how huge they are.
Please get this letter to Dr. Fumio. I'm suffering from memory excess but cannot travel to the village for treatment. I was praying you could instruct me by mail how to cure myself of this disease. I am unable to forget. Now I realize how important it is to gain open space in the mind. Tell me what to do. Tell me how to forget. Please get this letter to Dr. Fumio.
Before setting up in Kero village, Dr. Fumio roamed the land curing people. It must have been hard when he wasn't around anymore, especially for people who couldn't travel to the village.
Dear Cornelius, I've thought it over and I have to tell you. The name you picked for your baby, it is terrible. Please don't go forward with it. I pray that this letter reaches you in time. Yours, Torino. Definitely
That
not.
poor baby.
That poor baby. Dear Asdale, I'll be surprised if this letter reaches you. The war has become like a deranged sleeper thrashing in bed, eyes closed tight. I've noticed how the soldiers strip people of their clothes first, the smaller degradation which permits everything that follows. I wish I had loved you more completely than the world allowed it. Love, Odell.
They were right. The letter never made it. The season before this one, the war, seems so horrible. Most of what I've seen from the outside world probably arrived in a cart like this.
I'm not even done
I
yet!
feel nourished in these sights by the unfamiliarity of it all. These means of connection, long in disuse, are certainly telling me something about the world. Will they be used again in the next season?
I keep thinking I have to hold shift to run. This is definitely not the case. How does this game save, by the way? Oh yeah, Golden, let me know when you're ready to try out the server again. Because I am down at any point. Some little nest. Oh my gosh, we're going far. I hope none of these fall on me. Do I have to take that? Oh!
I forgot what I was going to say.
You have no words for this cute little frog. Definitely remembering the frog. Love frog. Frog all the way.
I heard that village was abandoned because of a mind disease. Not every community had someone like Dr. Fumio to perform cures.
Not what I took the picture for, but... Oh, I could pet?
My first time petting an animal. I think it went pretty well.
They have no reason to fear humans. That makes so much sense. And off we go again. Oh, hello, rocks. There's so much. I wish I could fit it all in there. Hold up.
I cycled through landscapes, seeing them for the first and last time. I had no idea when I left my home how the season would end, or more importantly, how soon.
What's happening? Wait, hold on a sec. Wait, what's happening? I'm not done here. Okay, goodbye. I wasn't done, but okay.
On a cold, damp day, I feel true loneliness for the first time. Nobody could have described with words how big this world is, how it goes and goes. I passed through it, where others passed before me.
Open it.
Someone was out here alone. blades turn, but I bet they don't generate any power. Probably just swirling the air around.
That's so pretty.
They used the walls like I use my journal.
One voice, one tune, alone in the wilderness, can't last long. Two voices, a melody and a harmony is enough to survive a little while. Three voices, a community, a song can last a whole
They kept
season.
themselves company with music.
I love music boxes so much.
One melody is like me out here alone. I can't really live like this. Two voices is like me and my mom. We can survive, but eventually you need more. Three voices is complex as life is supposed to be. I could listen forever.
I want to get all three of them playing together. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get all three playing together so I can record it.
I have a feeling they use these music boxes to fall asleep.
Hello? No one's home.
Time seems to pass differently around here. I feel so heavy and so light at the same time. I'm not really alone. I'm with myself. I'm with the earth.
Give me just a sec, guys. Alrighty, let's keep going. We ain't nearly done yet. I met a driver from a group that's building a community. I'm leaving with him. Goodbye to this lonely place, lonesome place. Goodbye to this lonesome season.
Looks like they made it out of here. But what is this group?
I sometimes forget how to leave the menu. My phone is bugging out. So pretty.
In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life. I listened back to it, ready to note down anything that seemed important.
I'm guessing that is a save point, so I think I'm gonna stop here before
Let's
I
set
get too
the
into
scene
it.
for the listener,
Oh shit!
whoever that might be. This is the elder speaking. We're sitting in the plaza, saying goodbye to a dear soul. We're here to see if there's anything useful in my mind that could help you on your trip. A century's worth of memories, dreams, fantasies, visions. Like a big, old, haunted library. When I die, this library will burn down. But which book should we check out first? I don't have all the answers, but I do feel the story of my life could help you understand what kind of world is out there. It's okay not to understand everything right away. The moment may pass before you've gotten a firm hold on it, but as long as you're there to witness it, to take it down in your journal, you, and others to come, will someday take the time to make sense of it all. First, I got old. That's an important step. Being an elder is all about how you react to strange events. The key is not to be surprised, but kind of frown, look serious, and say something like, "It begins." Never say, "I don't know." Say, "We dive into a pool of uncertainty." I was born on the ocean. My mother and father worked on a cruise ship, the short-lived but glorious Watery Republics, floating cities. Most won their independence by the time I was born. How can I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season, pleasure boats with a radical political program. How nice. The golden age was a time of flags, logos, mottos, mastheads. My mom taught me to read them. She was the ship's philosopher. My dad was a recycling engineer. Recycling on the ship was a matter of life and death. We had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy. My grandparents played with the past. They changed it like we change our wardrobe. So it was a different answer every time, but they often said we were exiles of some kind. Exiled royalty from a secret lineage. Blood that glows in the dark. Or exiled from the mouth of some great leviathan. When they were older, they just said, "We're from here. We're from right now." I loved the way the ship would tilt and roll with the waves, especially as I fell asleep. It was so comforting. Picture me as a kid in bed, feeling the swaying of the ship. It was like being rocked to sleep as a baby. I loved exploring the ship too, wandering through the suites, the swimming pool, the game rooms, and oh, there were 2 dance halls, a large, elegant one and another one in the basement. A lot of my firsts were down there. My first dance, my first kiss, and so forth. Our ship was taken over in the early days of the war. That was the end of the Watery Republics. I heard the dance hall in the basement became a weapons cache. It took me half my life to say goodbye to the world I knew in my youth. Imagine me and my parents and everyone I knew being escorted off the ship by a company of soldiers. And I'm thinking, I hope they don't make a mess of my room. I was embarrassed by the younger kids who were crying their eyes out, but they knew, I guess. Yes, the start of the war was a turning of seasons, and we had been warned the season was going to end. Oh, but we didn't understand the warning. You see, one night, along a coastline, we saw beautiful lights shimmering above the water. Later, we found out this was an ancient warning system. It hadn't been used in so long. We didn't know what it meant. We just thought, well, ain't that pretty? We tried to stick together and camped out on the coast of the prismatic grounds. A kingdom of art and science. They got rich during the golden season. Everything that made them beloved before the wealth came passionate, uncompromising, self-obsessed, made them unbearable once they had power. Artists make terrible kings. Are you
I
sure you
bet.
want me to keep going? The story gets darker from here on. Okay, so conditions in the camp were getting worse. My mom got lost in thought for long periods of time. She'd be completely still for hours, days even. We realized she caught, well, now we call it time misperception disorder. It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing. A minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10 seconds. What's so hard is the feeling of absolute loneliness. Normally, we're all at least roughly in the same flow of time, but with this disorder, you walk alone, truly. We heard about a traveling doctor who could cure these kinds of diseases. I decided to go find him. I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and he traveled with his son Lucio. People talked about him like he was a god. I described my mom's condition to Dr. Fumio. He said there was no cure yet, but there was a village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance at treatment. Lower places are more dangerous. Valleys are the worst. He invited me to join them in going to the village, but I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me. I packed my things and got ready to leave the next morning. That night, my mom came to me in a dream. She was standing in a field of flowers. I'd grown since I last saw her. We were the same height. She pressed a finger hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of the gesture. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again. In the morning, I told Dr. Fumio I would follow him to Karo village. The next few weeks were very physically tiring, hiking, climbing. And when we found the village, building, planting, cleaning, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world, and they got better. The treatments worked. Everyone was healing, so why couldn't I? One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace just swept over the earth in a split second. There was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war. But I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, it was over, but it had taken my home, my family. That night, as I was falling asleep, I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if it was being tossed on the waves of the ocean, as if I was back in my bedroom on the ship, as if I was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home, and nothing could hurt me.
Uh-huh. All right, that's a good stopping point. Oh my gosh. This stuff is just too pretty. It's really just breathtaking, man.
I imagined coming upon a place as hidden and singular as my own village. Eventually, I found myself circling a valley, looking for a way in.
Oh, valleys are the worst, she said. Yep. All right. Ugh. Ugh. I think I'll take a quick break, and if Golden's up for streaming some Minecraft, I will probably start a stream again. If you don't hear from me, I probably fell asleep. So, give me just a second. Ugh, my legs, they're killing me. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who came by today. Thank you everyone who's watching back. I hope you all have a good day, night, morning, wherever you are. You have good matches and be blessed by the Angie gods. I'm gonna go see if I can convince Golden. Hello. I'm going to take a quick break, and then if you're down, I am down to start the server stream. I'm down to try with the server again. Like, my butt hurts. This chair is old, so it's not very cushiony. I gotta let it rise back up. So I'm gonna take a quick break. I am down? Alrighty. I'll take like less than 30 minutes, I do believe. So I'm gonna end stream. But yeah. Your chair is plastic? Ugh. Yeah, mine's not even cushiony anymore. Mine has like cushion, leather, and then metal bits. I guess it would be leather, deflated cushion, and then metal bits. Because like, there's the bolts and everything to make the chair move and shit. It's not very fun, I feel. Ugh. Yeah. Bye, guys. I'll start stream back up in like 30-ish minutes. So, see ya.